In this video, we're going to talk about the best workouts for fat loss when you're over 40, how you can stay consistent, how to maximize your workout time, and what type of goals you should be setting and how to achieve them more easily. So when you get to the age over 40, you tend to have a lot more responsibilities and a lot less time. We tend to also prioritize other things rather than ourselves, but we are the ones that have to do things, so you still have to take care of yourself. And sometimes we forget we need to prioritize our workouts for several reasons, not just for weight loss. But workouts are important to help us release some of that stress. It's important for us to move and to keep our flexibility and our muscle strength, especially as we get older. And even more importantly, workouts are your time to focus on yourself. Turn off the phone, get away from whoever you can, and then just focus on yourself. It may not seem like it, but your workouts are something you can control. You might want to do an hour-long workout, but only have time for 10 minutes, and that's fine. That's enough to keep you on track. And it's important to get rid of that all or nothing mindset and to remember that every little bit is going to count, and it's going to count even more so as you get older. So how do you stay consistent when you have all these responsibilities and all these things pulling you in different ways? You have to make it an appointment. You have to set yourself up with a workout appointment. So whether you keep it with a friend or a trainer or just in your own mind, you have to set that time aside for yourself. And it has to be just as important as any other appointment that you have. Not willing to cancel it at the last minute, making sure that you go and do it whether you feel like it or not. Schedule it at a certain time, a certain day. Don't just pick a day and say, oh, I'll do it sometime on Monday. If you pick a routine, you're going to be more likely to stick to it. And when you're more likely to stick to it and stay consistent, you're going to see the results you want. So find the day and time or day and times that are going to work best for you. For fat loss, you really want to think about at least 4 workouts a week. And you want to focus on your weight training. As we get older, we lose muscle. Muscle is metabolically active. That means muscle speeds up your metabolism when you're doing nothing. So if you want to sit on the couch and burn more calories, you need to have more muscle. And it doesn't have to be big, bulky muscle. It just means your muscle to fat ratio. That's helped me keep my leanness and my weight down for the last 30 years after searching for the answer for permanent weight loss, and that is muscle. The more muscle you have, the more calories you burn, the more you can eat, and the more you can kind of get away with and keep your body. And that's what our goal is, to be able to enjoy our life, to be able to have those special times, a piece of cake here, a glass of wine there, and still stay in shape. Muscle is the name of the game for fat loss over 40. Consistency is going to get you that with your workouts. But let's say you don't have much time. Let's talk about how you would maximize your workout time. If you have anywhere from 10 minutes onward, you can get a really good workout in. As a matter of fact, even with 5 minutes, you can get a good workout. I have some videos that actually show you that. It's just a matter of picking the right exercises. Now, some exercises, yeah, they're going to do more for you than other ones. For example, squats are going to do a lot more for your core, your whole body, upper body, lower body, along with your metabolism than, let's say, a leg extension. Yes, some of the muscles work are the same, but you're using your whole body to move in one, the other one just a part of your body, and it's more isolation. So pick the exercises that are going to use more of your whole body, and we call those compound exercises. And so those are things like squats and deadlifts and pull-ups. And I know maybe you can't do a pull-up, that's okay. There's different ways around that. Focusing on your large body parts like your back, your legs, your chest. If we only work on small body parts like the inner outer thigh or our triceps, not going to see that much change in your metabolism or in the amount of muscle you have. So remember, your goal is to maximize muscle and to choose the exercises that are going to do that for you. So after picking the right exercises, which are going to be for your larger body parts, and they're going to be your compound exercises, which are ones that don't usually use machines. Keep in mind that machines are going to guide you through their range of motion, and that might not be the right range of motion for you. And not all machines are created the same. Some are bigger, some are smaller, some will fit certain bodies. Some are going to be too big for some female bodies and some short bodies. So by using free weights, you're going to have a greater customization to your own body type. And by using free weights, you're going to be using more of your core, your abs, your low back, and it's going to help your stability. It's going to help your balance as well. All right, so we know we need more muscle. We know we need to pick the large body parts. We know we need to have compound exercises, which are most likely going to be with free weights or even with body weight to start out with. The next part is how many reps and sets. Well, when you're trying to gain muscle, you want to have lower repetitions. Now remember, it's not bulk that we're looking for. So you're not going to be doing repetitions as low as 2 or 3. You're looking for that nice compromise of strength, added muscle tissue, which you might not actually be able to see with the naked eye, but that will alter your muscle to fat ratio and burn calories all day long. So those repetitions are going to be in the range of 6 to 10. Anything more than 10 is going to be more cardiovascular, and it's really not going to do much to impact your body. Less than 6, at the age of 40 and over, it's going to be a little bit harder on your joints. So we want to keep it in that range, not going so heavy that we can only get 3 or 4 repetitions, but going heavy enough that we can continue to get stronger. And that's the next part, is your intensity. You have to challenge yourself. You can't just sit there and go through the range of motion on an exercise and expect to get results. So whatever exercise you're doing, you have to make sure you are working hard, using proper form, and really challenging yourself. And what I find is a lot of times people use too light of a weight.
What?
And they get to 10 and they think, okay, that's great, I made 10. Well, no, increase the weight. Okay, I did 8. Nope, increase that weight. Then they get 6. Work with that. Work with that weight until you can get to 8. But don't just count those as 3 sets. Well, I did 8, I did 10, I did 6, I'm done. No, those first 2 were your warm-ups. They were getting your muscles prepared to do the heavier work. Because the 6 repetition range, that's the one that challenges you. That's the one that's going to get you to see results. It's always okay to do a couple of warm-up sets with a lighter weight within that repetition range. You're preparing your body, but don't count them as your working sets. And that's what we call those sets that are challenging you, your working sets. So beginner might do 1 or 2 of those working sets. Intermediate would be 2 to 3. Advanced could be 3 and on up. Okay, so we know the muscles, the exercises, we know the repetition ranges, the sets. For any program, you definitely want to get some advice from a trainer, not necessarily your best friend or your boyfriend, because they might not know exactly what works for your body. And when I say that, once we're over 40, you tend to have injuries. There are things that don't quite work properly on you. Shoulders hurt, knees hurt, back hurts, tightness from sitting too long. And these are all things that a trainer can help you address so that you can strengthen and get more flexibility in some of those areas that need it. The bottom line, though, at any age really, is doing proper form. And you want to make sure that you are doing that proper form. And again, a one-on-one trainer is going to help you with that because they can see mistakes you're making and they can fix your form much faster. So to put it all together, the best workouts for fat loss over 40 are ones that you actually do. Consistency is key. Make yourself an appointment. Set your days and times for your workouts and prioritize them. Whether you only get in 5 or 10 minutes of a workout or you get in 45 minutes or an hour, doesn't matter. Just get something done. Choose the larger body parts first to focus on, and then if you have time, you can add in some of the smaller body parts. Choose compound exercises, preferably ones that are using free weights rather than machines, so that you can stress your metabolism and your core at the same time and build that extra muscle to increase the metabolism all day long. Make use of supersets. Slow down your exercises and really try to feel that target muscle doing the actual work. Use your breathing to activate your abdominals and your lower back. Use a full range of motion so that you can get some flexibility work at the same time. If you want to maximize your fat loss, you need to have the right nutrition. You need to combine the right foods that will help you burn fat. So watch this video next.